Let's record. All right, where we're recording to, it doesn't tell me where we're recording to, but it is recording. All right. Good evening, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We're here with the members of the National Dispatchers Network. Tonight is Tuesday night, so tonight is How to Dispatch training. Now, we have a new system, a new computer system that I just installed, so you all bear with me. It may be, taking some time for me to log on certain things, but we're gonna go ahead and kind of move right through it, and hopefully we can get through this really good. How's everybody doing? We only got a few people on here right now. Hopefully more people will join us later. Let me see if I can share. I'm gonna start sharing my screen and see if we can go ahead and okay, share entire screen. Yeah. Hold on, Microsoft Edge tab application. Share your screen. Zoom wants to share the content of your screen. Choose what you like to share. Okay, there it is right there. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So, all right. So everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me, oh shit, I can't even get on Facebook because I don't have it logged up to this computer. I'm gonna try, hold on, see if I can, I don't even know if I can remember my Facebook login. Hold on, let me see if I can get into Facebook real quick. See if I can remember my login. Oh. Now I gotta remember my password. Is that it? Please say that's it. Nope, that's not it. Is that it? Ah, I think I got it. Oh, you enter an old password. Ah, well, what's the doggone new? The password was changed about 3 months ago. You can reset your password if you don't remember what you changed it to. All right, let's reset my password. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at all this stuff I got here. All right, SMS and SMS to here. Continue. Send my code into my phone. Y'all give me a minute. All right. Figure out what my new password is going to be. It's going to be oh, let me hide this. I don't want y'all to see all that. Let me change this. Since y'all saw that much, change this. All right. All right. Let's save it. Log out with other devices. And I'm stay logged in for right now. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm on. Got everything in. All right, so all right, let's go ahead and get started here. Let me go ahead and send some stuff over to. Where's this new Zoom thing at? Oh, yeah, I'm in the browser. I keep forgetting that. Let me send a message over to everybody on Facebook that we are training how to dispatch. Facebook Messenger. All right, there we go. Put this up here. All right. Hopefully everybody will see that and they will log in. I'm even gonna put it on our group page tonight. RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We'll put it on there and see if we can get more people into the class tonight. Give me a second here. Come on, what's going on? Oh, there it is. All right, create a post. All right, there it is, posted. All right. All right, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And you all are able to see my screen. All right. Again, tonight is how to dispatch training. So we're going to go over to mydispatcher.org, which is our back office site, dispatcher tools and resources. Does anybody remember where we left off on dispatch training? We was on this series of how to dispatch. I think we was on dispatch agreement and carrier profile form, right? Hello?
I'm not sure. I believe so.
Yeah, because I think I know we covered, how to locate owner operators. I know we covered the pitch, and I know we covered that. I know we covered the pitch, and the last thing we did was we covered that. Now we're going to go over how to dispatch part 3, dispatch agreement and carrier profile form. All right, that's where we are tonight. Now, tonight is how to training, so it's not going to be very long. I did get to work on some of you all's franchise stuff and getting you into Square, but we'll get into that at another time. Let's go ahead and take care of this how to dispatch training and get this done for the night so I can get back to work on doing some stuff. And we'll go ahead and get this up and going. All right. So we're right now, this is where we are. Okay. We're gonna be on part 3. Okay. How to dispatch training part 3. dispatch agreement, and carrier profile form. Now, get out of this. Let's go to the dispatch agreement. For those of you, if you're looking for any of the forms and stuff, go to what it says agreement, forms, and documents. This is where it's going to be at. Okay, agreements, forms, and documents right here. Up here is tools and resources. Agreement, forms, and documents are going to be right here. Okay, so and you all would notice if you put your cursor over something, it tells you what that particular what's in that particular that area. Okay, so workflow, broker agreement contract, and carrier profile form, and service dispatch agreement. Here we go. Now this is your dispatch agreement. Okay, let's go to pull this up. Go to the link. All right, this is the standard dispatch agreement. Now you all can use okay, I got that. You all can use this one, or you can make up your own. Okay. Hold on. Okay, y'all. Sorry about this. You all can use this one, or you can make up one, you know, of your own. Now, if you use this one is already set up for you to edit it. You know, all you gotta do is click up here where it says enable the editing. When you do that, then you can come down here. You can start putting, you know, your information in here. You can place where it says dispatch. You just gotta put your name or your company name there. Your address goes here. Your phone number goes here. Your email address goes here. Okay, that's where all of that goes. All right. And then down here, you see where it says the dispatch service agreement. Now, you all would notice that everything is, there's some stuff that's highlighted. There's some stuff that's highlighted. Everything that is above the fee agreement line. This is the fee agreement right here. Everything that is above that that line that's above the fee agreement, everything that is in yellow is where whose information goes there. Does anybody remember whose information goes there? Anybody?
It's the carrier's information.
No, if it's in yellow above this line,
Then
whose information goes there?
It must be
Yeah,
the
the dispatcher. Yeah, your information goes there. Okay. Let's go over real quick. Y'all have to forgive me. My this is really bothering my upper lip here. I cut the inside of my lip, and my dentures are just irritating it. But we'll get through it. All right, so let's go through this. That's where the carrier's information goes there. The owner of and or the driver of truck number, the truck number goes there, of the carrier, a licensed motor carrier, their MC number goes there, and or DOT number goes there. Hereby grants authorization to, your information goes there, either your company name or your personal name, one or the other, whichever you prefer to use, to act as my agent for the sole purpose of searching for and booking shipments, processing all brokerage paperwork, and obtaining certificates of insurance as required in order to expedite shipments and dispatch via telephone, fax, or email for my truck unit number. Their truck number goes there. Their license plate number goes there. In the state they operate out of, that they're registered in, goes there. All billing, invoicing, and collections of revenue from customers, brokers, shippers, consignees, etc., are the sole responsibility of the carrier. If revenue for a shipment or shipment is uncollectible, your information goes there, will be held harmless, and no penalty or deduction of fees will be made. The carrier agrees to maintain all proper licenses and permits to conduct business as a motor carrier in the area of intended operations. Additionally, carrier agrees to maintain liability and cargo insurance at the amount set forth by the home state of the carrier. Okay. Your information goes here again. You, whoever you are, your company name or your personal name, will be held harmless in the event of any and all claims. Now, you all notice there's a held harmless clause twice there. All right, and that's to protect you all. That's to protect yourself. That's why we reemphasize that twice, so that if anything ever comes up, you can pull this agreement and say, no, that ain't, I got no part in that. That got nothing to do with me, right? Right? Because you never want to be in a situation. Y'all hold on for a second. Let me let him in. You never want to be in a situation. Hold on. I gotta let him in. You never want to be in a situation where something happens and then someone tries to sue the carrier, and then your information, and then you are attached to that lawsuit or to that claim or whatever it is that they're trying to get done, or someone is trying to do. By you, let me get back to my, where's my document here? Oh, there it is. By you having that that held harmless clause, and it's reinstated twice, so there's no mistaking. Somebody said, well, it can be read a different way. No, it tells you point blank twice. Will be held harmless in the event of any and all claims the carrier agrees to maintain an account with an internet load board service in the name of the carrier, with your information, your name or your company name as the point of contact for dispatching purposes. Now, that's very important, because if you all notice, we now give y'all access to JB Hut 360, right? And we talked about this before. When you are signing up your carrier to things like that, this agreement gives you the permission to go ahead and do that. Because don't you have everything you need within this agreement to go ahead and sign your carrier up?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you got everything you need. You got the MC number, you got the DOT number, you got all the truck information, license plate. I mean, you got everything you need to go ahead and sign them. And then they sign this, they've already given you express permission. It's almost like they have given you express permission to act as their agent, as their representative in getting them signed up for different load boards. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So a lot of times, most of the time, your carrier don't even need to know the logins. That's your job. Okay. Their job is to run the loads that you find for them and make money so they can pay you, right? Your job is to maintain all of the resources that you use to accomplish that. So they don't even need to know the logins. Okay, they really don't. And they've already given you permission to act on their behalf in doing so. All right. Internet load boards and carrier with your name as the point of contact for dispatching purposes. The fee for dispatch services will be, now we suggest 10%. You all can change that to whatever you want to, but we suggest 10%. Because if you ever get caught in a situation where you're gonna be working with another dispatcher, I mean, you may get in a situation where you got too many people to handle, or ideally you start hiring people. If you start hiring people, but if you're only charging 6%, how are you gonna pay them? Right? You don't have enough margin to really split with anybody. Does everybody see what I'm talking about? Does everybody understand why you want to set your fee at a good rate, at a high enough rate, so that you can have the option of hiring people and then being able to pay them, 6%, you keep 4%. Pay them 7%, you keep 3%. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Look, you can't. I mean, you can't experience growth if you don't have enough money to go around. All right. So when you see a lot of these dispatch firms, they're going out with 5% and 3% and that type of thing. I mean, how are they going to survive if they don't have enough money to go around? If they're not set up like we were set up with Assurance USA, where we have residuals. Okay, but how are you going to survive if you don't have enough money to go around? This allows you to experience growth. Okay. All right. As loads are picked up, an amount equal to the above stated percentage will be payable to. Now, before, everything above the fee line that was in yellow was in your name. Under the fee line, everything that's in yellow is in the what? Your carrier's name. So therefore, this was not yellow, so that means your name goes there. As loads are picked up, an amount equal to the above entered percentage will be payable to you. That's where your information goes there, or your company name, however you want your money to be paid to you. Payments are to be conveniently paid with any debit or credit card via text or email invoice app process. Now, you all are going to change this. It's no longer processed by us. We used to do it when we were getting a cut of your dispatch fee, but we don't do that anymore because now we allow y'all to keep all of your 100% of your dispatch fee. So you can change that to via whatever app you're using, like Square or PayPal or just whatever you're using. I recommend using Square. Okay, but you all can use what you want, and we're getting to that at a later class on why I recommend Square when we get into the invoicing. Okay, all right. Yeah, and you put Square process or whoever you're using. Things out there you all could use, but I do recommend Square. Okay, please provide your SMS, cell phone, text number here. Okay, and your email here. So you're gonna have the owner operator to put in their cell phone number there and their email address there. Either party has the right to end this agreement without cause at any time with 7 days notice. By written request upon cancellation, any unused funds remaining in the deposit account will be refunded to the carrier within 2 business days without penalty. By signing below, I fully understand the terms of this agreement. Company name, signature right there. They print the name right there. Dispatcher, print your name there. Put your signature right there. Pretty kind of, cut and dry, right? Right?
Yep, cut and dry.
All right. Does anybody have any questions about the dispatch agreement? About how it should be formulated, or something like that? Does anybody have any questions about it?
No.
All right.
I don't have it.
All right. You can find that in your back office. You can pull it up. You can download it. You can do the editing on it to fit your particular dispatch firm. All right. Hold on. Let's get out of that. All right. Oh, let's see. We get out of that. Let's go over to. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to. All right. One of the other things that we're going to be going over tonight is, let's see, how to dispatch agreement and carrier profile form. Now, every dispatcher, you should have a carrier profile form. Can anybody tell me what a carrier profile form is?
That's
Everybody
the
tell me what they
information
think?
from. That's the information where you would put the carrier's information or his request, what he needs, what he's looking for.
Exactly. How much money do you need to move your truck? Right? That's where you're gonna store that information at. You should have a carrier profile form on each one of your carriers. So you can always go back and look at it and refresh and know what your carrier needs or know what your carrier wants, you know, generally without having to call the carrier every time you get ready to dispatch them on a load, right? The only thing you should be calling, really the only thing you should be calling a carrier for is, where you at today, right?
That's it.
That's it. Because if they give you a carrier profile form telling you what they like to run, where they like to go, how much money they need, what they like to pull, the only thing you really need to do from the carrier, where you at today? I'm in Mobile, Alabama. Now, you might want to ask them, do you have a preference on where you would like to go today? Nah, man, just find me something good, man, and get me back. You see what I'm saying? That should be the only thing you have to call a carrier. I don't even call my carriers. I actually just send them a text. WYA, where you at? That's it. I send them a text, WYA. They send it back. Beaumont, Texas, Beaumont, Louisiana, or wherever it is there. You know, cool. All right. Where you want to go? All right, don't matter. Okay, that's it. Right? That's, don't overcomplicate this. Don't create too much work for yourself. You got enough work to do already. Right? So don't go and create more work. Does everybody see them? Does everybody see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do not want to create more work. And here's your carrier profile form. Pull this up, click it, open it up, and you know, it's just this basic form. Carrier profile form. Please fill out the profile as we discussed to better fill your custom needs. Note, the below parameters are just minimums. Our goal is to always exceed and get you the best loads possible. So you're gonna put, the carrier's gonna put their name in right there, their company name right there, their home address right there, the equipment, the type of vehicle, the type of trailer that they're hauling, either reefer or whatever. The equipment size is gonna go right there. The maximum amount of weight that they don't want to go over on pulling. Some guys don't like pulling heavy loads. Okay, let me let Darren in here real quick. Some guys don't like pulling anything over 30,000 pounds. Some guys who up in the mountains definitely don't like pulling heavy loads. So they'll tell you, I don't want to pull heavy loads. So keep that in mind as you're pulling this stuff up. All right, unless you looking at the carrier profile. Minimum cost per mile, CPM. They put it in right there. I need a minimum of $3 per mile, $2.25 per mile, $2.50 per mile, whatever the case may be. Okay. Preferred distance runs, whether they like short runs, long runs, or medium runs. All right. Some carriers understand the power of short runs, so they tell you, man, I don't want to run anything over 175 miles. Would you like to run? Would you be open to running multiple runs per day? Oh, hell yes. If you get me, give me a 70-mile run, a 100-mile run, and then a like a 104-mile run, they all pay decent money, and it equals up to more than $1,000 to $2,000 a day. I'm in. Right? And some guys like long hauls. I don't know why, but they do. Some guys like the long hauls. Okay, so gonna have that information right there. Region to run, keep me south, take me to the money, etc. And then you put your other notes down here. All right, this is a very overlooked form, and it's a very underestimated form. Okay, a lot of dispatchers don't do this. They don't. But this form right here will give you an immediate preview of what you got to do for this carrier on any given day. Okay, if you look at this form, you see down here, see what they say, no more than 100 to 175 miles on runs. Automatically, you're gonna look for what short runs. You're gonna try and get them connected, and you're gonna try and turn them into what? Dedicators, right?
That's a fact.
Right, yeah. So that is a very important form, but a lot of people, they overlook that form, or they underuse that form. Okay, that form can really help your day to move much faster. That form can actually help your carriers to make a lot of money, which in turn would make you a lot of money if you're using that form correctly. Okay, that's
Because
your
it gives you
carrier.
the insight for your carriers. So there's no
Exactly.
guesswork, literally no guesswork.
Exactly. Because if you got to spend time guess what your carrier want, you're wasting too much time, which is costing you what? Money. You and the carrier money, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you want to fill out these forms, and, have them on standby. That's why we have them in the back office here. Y'all can pull them up and get right to them. Hold on here. Some of y'all are joining rather late, but y'all are gonna miss this, so you're gonna have to go back and watch it on the rewind. I have it loaded up here shortly. How to dispatch training is not very long training. We're not gonna go past probably not very much past 8 or 8:15 or 8:30. So because we're hitting on certain things each night, a different how to dispatch training series each night. Tonight was what? Dispatch agreement and carrier profile forms. Okay. I like keeping these segments short, sweet. They're impactful. You all get to remember, a lot. And when you go and you look at the stuff in the back office, you'll recognize it. Okay. That's why I like to keep these kind of short and and to the point. But that's your carrier profile form right there. Any questions on your carrier profile form? Okay. Now you all notice it's not fancy or anything. It's just a very simple form. Keep it simple, stupid. Now if you want to dress it up, put your logo up, but this is just for your information. You get it. You store this in your, in your office suite, and you put it, under carriers, and you put that. You're gonna put all this stuff on each one of your carriers. Your carrier, the dispatch agreement, the profile form, all the stuff you need to have is gonna be their logins to different load boards, what the passwords are used, and you're gonna have all that in different sections. Another thing you all can do, where else can you store this real quickly? Anybody?
Google Drive.
That too, but where else more commonly? What can you use to keep track of all your carriers and what they like? Some of y'all use every day.
Your phone.
That too, but something else you use every day that you can access with your phone. Your emails, right? Don't every email address has folders, right?
I'd rather put it on the drive.
Yeah, but every email account has folders, right? Each folder could be what? A carrier, right? Right?
Right.
Does everybody see where I'm going with that? Each folder could be a carrier. You have all your folders. You have the carrier's name on each folder, right? And anytime you send your carrier something or your carrier sends something back to you, it is even more convenient to just do what? Slide it over to their folder while you send them. I mean, think about it. You're sending them emails and they're sending you stuff back all the time, right?
Right.
Exactly. So if you're in the email already and you got the carrier folders with the carriers, in each folder, all the documents and stuff that they're sending you, when you slide them over to that folder, they're gonna be dated. They're gonna have the time, right? Everything's gonna be in order, the way it should be. So when anytime you need to find something, right? If you know, if your computer is crashed or something has happened to your file system, you can always pull up your email, right? Right?
Yes.
And you would never lose anything. Just pull up the email, use it as a backup. But it's easy to set up and it's easy to compartmentalize stuff. You know, the email comes in, you click on it, save to, bam, that carrier's name goes right to that folder, bam. So anytime something comes up, if someone calls and says, hey, your carrier was involved in an accident, I got to have the insurance. And carriers, I can't find my insurance claim. I can't. Hold on, let me see if I got it. Go back to your email, click on their name, right?
Yes.
And then and you can just type in, once you're in that folder, you can just type in search insurance. Bam, it's gonna pull it right up. Will it not?
Yes.
Will it not? Yeah. Look, there's a lot of things that you all can use to make your job so much easier. Stuff that you already have access stuff you're using already. You just got to learn how to use it in a way that benefits you in this business. There isn't an email there isn't an email that's set up that does not have folders. Oh, I had somebody who was trying to get into what's called participants. All right, there we go. Yeah, everybody's in. All right, yeah. But every email has folders that you can use to set up, you can use it. I mean, you can use your email address to manage all your carriers, all their forms, all their documents, everything they've ever sent you is all there. If a carrier has a graph about something, say, well, that's not what I sent you. I didn't do this. That's not. Well, let me go pull it up. Oh, I got it right here, and here it is. Or if a broker calls up and says, hey, we're missing something, this is and that, right? Because everything that comes through you passes through your email. When the broker sends you stuff, chances are, how are they sending it? By email, right? Right? Rate cons, everything. When the carrier sends you stuff that goes back to the broker, chances are they're sending it how?
Email.
Through email. It really is just that simple. Okay? So use that stuff. Don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on stuff you don't need. You can use a lot of stuff you already got, you can use that's going to benefit you greatly within this industry. Okay? All right. Any questions on the carrier profile form, the dispatch agreement, where to store your carrier stuff, using your email addresses and stuff like that. Find these forms, they're right here in your back office. Go to the area that says agreements, forms, and documents. There it is right there. If you place your cursor over something, it will tell you what the editable auto dealer script right there. This right here is the auto dealer script in PDF. This right here is the shipper's general freight script. This right here is the workflow of dispatching. Now we're gonna go over that. I think we're going over that tomorrow.
I got a question.
Not tomorrow, but Tuesday. Yeah, go ahead.
For the dispatcher agreement, what's like a good sentence or clause to put in your dispatch agreement so that your carrier doesn't attempt to go behind your back and deal with the same broker that you already booked the load with?
Like, what's a good way to set that up?
Yeah, like what's a good way to put that in your dispatch agreement so that they sign it and it's already in there, like in your contract or agreement?
Well, your dispatch agreement is a contract. Okay, your dispatch agreement is a contract. There is nothing that you can put that's going to keep them from doing that.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, because that's
All
what
right.
I wanted to say. Because
Yeah,
I know it
yeah, look,
happened.
yeah. There's nothing that you can do that's gonna keep them from doing it. If a carrier wants to screw you over, he's gonna screw you over. Okay. All you can do is cut them loose and not deal with them anymore. You can report them to the federal bond service. You can report them to to DOT and the Federal Motor Carriers Safety Association. Okay, that's really all you can do. No, I mean that's just part of the risk. That's just like if you got a convenience store, there's a chance you're probably gonna get robbed. Right? That's part of the risk of having a convenience store.
Right.
That's just one of the risks of the business. But what you can do is you can weed out those carriers. When you run into those carriers, just cut them loose. I don't even really argue with them. I don't even really try to understand why they did it. I just cut them loose and blackball them.
Yeah. Right.
Work with those who want to work with you, and the rest of them to hell with them. Okay.
Right.
Now, there's some stuff you can do on the invoicing side when you send them invoices to remind them that you have everything you need to file a claim against the authority. But we'll get over that when we get into the invoicing side of the series. Okay, that is coming up on load confirmation. That's like almost at the end. Hold on, let me get out of this. It was right there. That's the last one, number 6. Okay, and we'll get into that on the last one. That's number 6. Carrier invoice. Okay, there's some stuff you can send them. You can attach to your invoice. It is easy if you're using Square Business. Okay, and we will go over that when we get to that one. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We on Dispatch Series 3 on part 3. That's in part 6. All right. One other form that I wanted to go over here real quick, and then that's going to be it for what we had to do tonight. And that form is your workflow of dispatch. All right. All right. This is basically, something that I probably should have went over in the last time we did this, but I didn't get to do it. Workflow of dispatching, the RBBS National Dispatchers Network System. This is like the written version of the video series, All 6 Steps. Okay, this basically tells you what you need, what your step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, what your workflow should consist of. All right, this is where we got our 6 videos from, basically from this right here. This is the written version of the 6 videos. Okay, workflow of dispatch. Number 1, once a carrier emails you the signed dispatch agreement, keep a copy for your records. Option, email a copy to, that used to be an option. Don't do that anymore. That was only an option when we were doing what? Your invoicing and all the other stuff. We don't do that anymore because you all keep 100% and we don't get a percentage of stuff. So take that option out. Anything you see where it says send to us, don't send to us. Just keep it for your records. Okay. Contact broker associated with the load that you need to book for your carrier. Brokers typically will ask for the MC number, motor carrier number, or DOT number to verify carrier. If the carrier is not, very important, if the carrier is not already signed on with a brokerage, they will send a carrier packet to be filled out and returned, verifying insurance, CSA scores, credit, etc. Initially, this can be filled out by the carrier, but make sure you ask for a copy from the carrier for future references, especially if you will be booking many loads with him or her. So in other words, the carrier probably do this the very first time, but when you run into a new broker that needs that carrier's information, if you stored it in that carrier's email file folder, right? So you get another broker that says, I need to have this packet filled out. Do you need to send it over to the carrier?
No, you do not.
No, you do not, because you got it in there. Got it right there in the email, in the folder. If y'all, start following that that suggestion, click on it, pull it up. All you gotta do is forward it right to that broker. Or if they have an online thing, you can use that. Go to the online thing and copy and paste everything over onto that one. Very simple. Saves you time. Because there's nothing more frustrating than sending a packet out to a carrier and you waiting 3 and 4 days and the carrier hasn't sent that packet back yet. Well, you know, the load you did have of that's gone, right?
Right.
Exactly. So if you can go ahead and get that bad boy filled out in 5 minutes yourself, bam, you put them down on that load. Okay. Now here again, all this is to help you make the process smoother, easier, fast money. Y'all excuse me. I tried to load up on TheraFlu and stuff before the meeting, and hoping it would, it will push off this cough that I got, but it's starting to come through. All right. Broker will want to send a load rate confirmation sheet to carrier or carrier agent in order to get it signed. Once carrier packet comes back good, broker will want to send over the load/rate confirmation of the load that is to be booked. In order to stay in the loop, have the broker email rate and load confirmation to you. Or if it was sent directly to the carrier, have carrier email you a copy. Now, this helps cut down on carrier cutting you out the loop too, right? Yes. Okay. This is also going to help on, keeping you in the loop and the carrier not cutting you out of the loop. Okay. You always want to get in the habit of everything coming through you. Why? Because you automatically got a copy of it if it hits your email, right? Here again, once it hits your email, all you got to do is what? Save it to where? Your carrier's folder, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's got the date, time, everything is kept in, in track. Okay. Your date, time, it came over, so there's, excuse me. So there's no discrepancies on what's going on, when it happened, and what was needed. So, excuse me. Let me get back to where we were here. All right. Where did we leave off? Broker was seeing load confirmation, but includes rate, load, pickup time. Okay. Directly carrier. This includes the load number, rate, pickup and time, delivering time, contact information, weight, miles, and any special instructions for the carrier. Remember, constant communication is the key in an efficient booking of a load, so that everything is covered. Note, and this is in red, read the load rate confirmation to ensure it is in agreement with what the load has. Also, keep a copy of the rate and load confirmation as a dispatcher for your records. Now, why is it so important that you read this? Anybody?
So just
And you need to make sure everything is what you confirmed on the phone.
Exactly.
Because once you sign it, that's it.
Exactly. And if a broker's gonna screw you, where is he gonna screw you at?
On the paperwork.
Right there.
In that rate confirmation. Exactly. I can't tell you the number of hard-headed students I've had that got screwed over because they did not read the rate confirmation. You got a good paying load. You assume it's one drop because that's all it's saying on the load board. But when the rate confirmation comes over, it's a 2 drop and 2. It's a 3 drop and 2 pickups. That changes the whole dynamics completely, right, everybody? Right?
Hell yeah.
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 Yes.
More money.
Yeah. You want to look? Read your rate confirmation, y'all. God, please read your rate confirmation. I've even had a broker to send over where it was 2 lows that it was a 2 low rate confirmation, right? In the rate confirmation, it was supposed to be $2,500 per load, right? It was supposed to be $2,500 per load because it was a pickup, a drop, and then a pickup from where he was dropping it, and he was going to drop the second load somewhere else, right? So it's supposed to be $2,500 per pickup and drop. So that's $5,000, right?
Right.
He sent over the 2-part rate confirmation. The first rate confirmation had the load number and everything supposed to be in there, said $2,500. The second confirmation, if you're not paying attention, it had the load number and everything, but guess what the amount was on it?
What?
0.
$250.
Less. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a
Exactly.
big. Yeah.
Exactly. If you ain't paying attention, if you just shuffling paperwork,
Drop to 0.
you're gonna get screwed. You're gonna get screwed. Exactly. Because once it's signed, that's it. That's it. And if you don't run it after it's signed, they can file a claim against your carrier. Right?
Okay.
That's
Within
correct.
the agreement, right?
Exactly. That's why it is so important that you read the rate confirmation. Very important. Very important. I can't overstress that enough. That's why it's in red 3 times. Read that low rate confirmation because I'm gonna screw you at. And when I say read it, read every single word of it. Because I guarantee your carrier is not gonna read every single word. They're not. They're not. They're too busy doing other stuff. That's why they hired you. They're gonna get it. They're gonna sign it. If something's wrong with it, they're gonna hold you responsible, right?
As they should.
Yeah, as they should. Exactly. So make sure you do your job and read every single word, every single line of that rate confirmation. And if there's anything in there that's not what you discussed, call them back. Hey, Mr. Broker, hold up. I thought that, hold up. Now, you said this was 2 loads, a pickup, a drop, and then a pickup at the drop location, and you drop it somewhere else, and each one was $2,500. Did we say that? Yeah, that's what we said. But I'm looking at the rate confirmation. It says that the second one is $250.
Hello.
Well, shoot that back over and let me take a look at it. And we'll see what we can do. He knew what he was doing.
I'm not.
You see what I'm saying? He knew exactly what was going on.
He tried for the okie doke.
Exactly. Try for the okie doke. But if you're gonna get screwed by a broker, that's what's gonna happen in that rate confirmation. Okay, so it's very important you read that. Also, keep a copy of the rate load confirmation as a dispatcher for your records. If rate load confirmation is in agreement with the load, have carrier sign and email it back to you. If it's not in agreement, contact the broker to further clarify as to why rate and load confirmation is not in agreement with original load specifications. Be very mindful at this stage not to be taken advantage of. That's in bold letters and underlined. Okay, this is when you have to be the most careful in the process. Okay, don't get lax. Don't think because you've been dealing with a broker for a long time, they ain't gonna screw you. That's the one that will get you. All right. All right. Once this low rate confirmation sheet is signed, send back to broker. Once carrier emails you the signed rate low confirmation, email it to the broker. CC. Don't CC us. We used to do that when we were getting a percentage of your what? Your dispatch agreement, when we were doing your processing, when we were doing your invoice. We don't do that anymore, so don't CC us, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Try to follow load by calling driver once he or she has arrived at pickup location and once they have arrived at destination. Now, you don't have to call them all through the, I've seen some dispatchers call the carrier all through the thing. Where you at? How long ago for that? How far out you? Don't start doing that. You're going to aggravate the hell out of that carrier. And that'll make them not want to deal with you. All right? So don't do that. And I know some of you as drivers have had dispatchers to do that. Right? Anybody who has ever driven a truck, you've had those annoying dispatchers call you every doggone 25 minutes. Hey, man, quick, go. Or they see you some on the Qualcomm every 25 to a half hour. Man, leave this off this, get off this Qualcomm and leave me alone. I'm driving. No, I'm working here. So don't overbug your carrier. If you need to do a track, there's a GPS tracking you can do by phone. Okay, the different things, the different companies that offer that. Who else offered that? I'm seeing TMS has
TMS,
it.
yeah.
CN has it. Most TMS services have it, but you can just call their phone number, and once they pick up, or you send them a text. Once they receive it, then you can go to the computer and track their location in real time. By satellite. Okay. All righty. All right. Once this load rate confirmation sheet is signed, send back to broker. Okay, we already went over that. Or did we? Yeah. Email, calling driver once. Okay. Also, let them. Okay. Try to follow load by calling driver once he or she has arrived at pickup location, and once they have arrived at destination. Also, let them know that if there are any issues, to contact you, so that you may contact broker if they cannot if they cannot make communication. Now, if they cannot, communications, that's the key. All right, that's very important also too. Okay, if anything happens along the way that's going to cause that load not to be dropped on time, or that may cause it to be a delay, if you contact the broker and you inform them ahead of time, there are measures that they can take to make sure you still get to drop that load to get accepted. You still get paid. They still get paid the full amount of money, right? But if you fail to contact them and let them know, there's a good chance you could wind up losing money on that load, right?
Okay.
So don't ever be afraid to call your broker and discuss complications, delays, accidents, or anything like that. All right? Always never, ever, 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 ever try to sidestep or run from a problem. Deal with it head on. Okay? Always deal with it head on. Because if you don't, it's going to bite you in the ass later on. I'm telling you, it will now. It will. Deal with it head on. All right. Once carrier drops, have carrier send you a copy, either through text or email, of the BOL, bill of landing, proof of delivery, and the invoice that they plan on sending to broker, unless carrier has their own factoring company. Okay. Now, you would need to prepare an invoice to send to, don't send it to us, you're going to send it to the carrier. Okay, don't send it to us, so that the carrier can be billed. Okay, you're going to do your own invoices, and we show you how to do that in the invoicing on part 6. We'll go over that. We'll go through it with Square, and that's, we're in part 3 now, so 4, 5, and part 6 we'll go over that once we get to it. Be sure to include in the email invoice your full name, phone number, extension, carrier information, full name, MC number, phone number, load information, pick up destination rate, miles, weight, the broker info, full name, address, phone number, and email. Also attached to the email a signed dispatch agreement. Now, when you do your invoices, if you're doing them through Square Business, they have a place there where you can attach these agreements right to your invoice. Now, real quick, we're gonna go over it, but why would you want to attach your dispatch agreement, the signed rate confirmation, and the BOL to the invoice you're sending to your carrier?
To let them know you have proof that you
Exactly.
agreement with them.
Exactly. You want to remind them that, first of all, we have a signed dispatch agreement. Here's your signature. Here's your phone number. You sign that bad boy. That's contract number one. Second of all, I got a copy of the rate confirmation showing that it was sent to me. It hit my email first, right? That's where it connects you to that load right there again. Then I forward that to you. Third of all, you sent the BOL back to who? Me, which means that we have a connection here. We have a relationship. We have a business and a professional contractual relationship. All that, you have proof of everything in your email, which you will save the folder under that carrier's name, and you forward that stuff, save it to that carrier's folder. Why? So you can always go back and pull up anything you need to pull up to verify and confirm. And that's a good way to remind your carrier, don't think about screwing me. Right? Without being rude, right?
Yes.
That's the reason why you want to attach that stuff. All right. All right. Look, everybody. We're going to be going over these things here as we go along. Tonight was part 3 of how to dispatch training, and we went over agreement and carrier forms and the carrier profile forms. So next Tuesday, we're going to go over how to dispatch part 4, load management and acquisition. Okay, this is going to be on how to locate and choosing the combination of loads. Okay, that's what that's going to be about. It's going to be a very good one, because this is where we're going to get into finding those short run loads and connecting them, and doing that type of stuff. Okay, combination of loads to ensure maximum profitability for your contracted owner operator. All right, so that's what we're going to be going over next Tuesday. Tomorrow night is going to be Q&A. Like we have every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night we have live Q&A, questions and answers. And if you all need to know where to go to log into that, if you are a subscription paying member, and if you're up on your subscription, you should be able to access our back office tools and our live weekly training and curriculum. And you go here, and this is where you click on stuff to get into our training and at the designated time as they're seen there. Remember, if you are wanting to become a member of the National Dispatcher Network and take our and enroll into the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers, okay, and that includes our live training, all of our tools and resources, and things to help save you money. Because if you were not part of our group, you got to pay for your own load boards. You got to pay for your shippers list and all the other stuff. That stuff costs money. It gets very expensive. But you all are able to enjoy that by just paying your $29 or your $39 a month, and you get all this stuff that comes with it. So if you want to be a part of our network, go to mydispatcher.org. That's mydispatcher.org. On the very first page, you scroll down, see a video in the middle of the page. Underneath that video, click where it says to enroll. Click here. Click that. That'll take you over to the automated enrollment page, and you can enroll using any debit or credit card. There it is right there. Pull it up again. You can enroll using any debit or credit card. And we have veterans enrollment, we have individual enrollment, we have corporate enrollments, and of course we have our franchises, and we have which is going to be coming up starting in October, our freight logistics training guaranteed career placement events. So get ready for those things.
Can't hear me.
Say that again, ma'am.
Oh, so you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay. So my question is, Mr. Butler, what time does this actually start? Because I thought it started at 7, and
Yeah,
I'm
it did start at 7, but I sent a message out to everybody, letting them know that we was getting a little bit late because I was installing a new computer system.
okay. But you sound like you're through with your presentation, and by my computer's time is 7:28. Okay, so I'm thinking me and you are at two different time zones.
I don't think so. I'm on Eastern Standard Time,
Okay, and that is where.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay, so I'm in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Well, then you might be a different time then, because right now it's 8:28 p.m. What time is it
Okay,
there?
at 7:28.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
and
so
so what I was doing, I did not know that you were on a different time zone, and so I
okay.
was waiting 7 o'clock my time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I should have waited 6 o'clock my time and then joined
Yeah.
because I missed
Yeah,
the
like
call. But I'll be through
uh
tomorrow.
when you got your new members welcome packet, remember that packet?
Oh, I look at it every day.
Yeah, it says Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, you know that part. You know, never hits soul school people.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Reading is very fundamental. So
So
make
what
sure
am
you
I
all read.
central? I believe I'm
I
central.
don't know, but we're in Eastern Standard Time. I mean, you should know what your time zone is.
Okay, I think I'm central. So,
Okay.
all
I
right.
mean, I don't live in Chicago, so I don't really concern myself with what that time zone is. I just know that when I put this stuff out, we let everybody know that the times are Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All righty. All right, everybody. Um, Make sure that when you all looking at your stuff, read all your stuff, because a lot of times these things, see right here, Eastern Time. It says right here, U.S. and Canada, and everything is all in Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time, right there again, and there it is again. So here it is again, right at the very top, Eastern
I don't
Standard
believe
Time.
you.
So,
It's my
uh,
fault.
so there it all is. A lot of times when you all are having problems with the platform or problems with not finding things, I've noticed that 99.9% of the time it's human error. Is not the computer, it's not the platform, it's not
Yes.
the computer is just a dumb computer. It only does what you tell it to do. It can only do what it's programmed to do. It's not going to do something different for somebody else and do something different for another person. It's going to do exactly what it's programmed to do. It's going to do it every time. So slow down, go back, take your time, read, make sure you're putting in the stuff exactly where you're supposed to be putting it in. If you're doing the usernames and passwords, make sure you're doing them exact to get into the load boards, because I promise you they work. I check them every day. Okay, they all work. All right. So with that being said, I will see you all on tomorrow night, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, or shortly thereafter. It won't be no 8 o'clock.
I'll
It
see
will be
you at
around
6.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'll see you at 6 my
All
time.
right, everybody.
Well, thank you.
No problem. I hope y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow night for our questions and answers, Q&A. So everybody have your questions ready. Tomorrow is Q&A, all questions and answers. There will not be any, formal training on Wednesday nights. It's all Q&A. You all ask questions, we try to provide you with the answers. Okay?
All right.
See y'all tomorrow night. Y'all have a great night. Bye,
You
everybody.
too. Good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Damn.